यमुनतीरा वनचारी यमुनतीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद भगवद गीता की जय Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for our daily Bhagavad Gita classes. Today we are going to take first chapter from verse 24 to 26. So Prabhuji, would you be sharing the verses, right?
You want me to share, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
24 to 26. 3 verses.
Okay, I'll share my screen.
So we will start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, chapter 1 and text is 24. So, please repeat after me. Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Eva Mukto Rishikesho
Evam
Mukto
Rishikesho
Rishikesho
Gudakeshena Bharata
Gudakeshena Bharata
Senayorubhayormadhye
Senayorubhayormadhye
Tapitva Rathottamam
Stapayatva Rathamam
Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya Uvacha
Evamukto Rishikesho
Evamukta Rishikesha
Rakeshena Bharata
गुडाकेशेन भारत
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो
एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो
गूढकेशेन भारत
गुडाकेशेन भारत
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम्
Word by word translation. Sanjaya Uvacha.
Sanjay Uvacha.
Sanjaya said,
Sanjaya said,
said,
Evam,
Evam,
thus,
thus,
Uktaha,
Uktaha,
addressed,
addressed,
Rishikeshaha,
Rishikeshaha,
Lord Krishna,
Lord Krishna,
Gudakeshena,
Krishna,
by Arjuna,
by
by Arjuna,
Bharata,
Bharata,
O descendant of Bharata,
descendant of Bharata,
Senayo,
Senayo,
of the armies, Ubhayo,
Upayo,
both,
both,
Madhye,
Madhye,
in the midst,
in the midst,
Stapayitva,
Tapayitva,
facing,
facing,
Ratha Uttamam,
Ratha Uttamam,
the finest chariot.
the finest chariot.
I forgot to ask, anyone like to recite the words?
Sanjaya Uvacha
Sanjaya
Uvacha.
Vacha,
Evamukta Rishikesha
Evamukta
Evamukto Rishikesha,
Purakeshena Bharata
Gudakeshena
Krishna
Bharata
Bharata,
Enayoruvayor Madhye
Ayorupayor Madhye,
Tapayitva Ratam
Tapayitva Rathottam,
Sanjay Uvacha
Sanjay Uvacha,
Evamukta Rishikesho
Evamukta Rishikesho,
Gudakeshena Bharata
Gudakeshena Bharata,
Senayorbhyorमध्ये
Senayorupayorमध्ये,
Tapiyetva Rathottama
Tapayitva Rathottamam.
Anyone else?
Sanjay Uvacha,
Sanjaya Uvacha.
Evamukto Rishikesho,
Evamukto Rishikesho
Gudakeshena Bharata,
Gudakeshena Bharata
Senayorupayorमध्ये,
Senayoruvayormadhye
Tapayitva Rathottamam,
Tapayitva Rathottamam.
Sanjay Uvacha
Sanjaya
Sanjay
Uvacha.
Uvacha,
Eva Mukto Rishikesho
Evamukto
Evamukto
Rishikesho
Rishikesho,
Gudakeshena Bharata
Gudakeshena
Gudakeshena
Bharata,
Senayorubhayor Madhye
Senayoruvayormadhye
Senayorupayorमध्ये,
Tapateva Rathattamam
Stapayitva
Tapayitva
Rathottamam.
Rathottamam.
So translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Sanjaya said, O descendant of Bharata, having thus been addressed by Arjuna, Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both the parties. In this verse, Arjuna is referred to as Gudakesha. Gudaka means sleep, and one who conquers sleep is called Gudakesha. Sleep also means ignorance. So Arjuna conquered both sleep and ignorance because of his friendship with Krishna. As a great devotee of Krishna, he could not forget Krishna even for a moment, because this is the nature of a devotee. Either in walking or in a sleep, a devotee of the Lord can never be free from thinking of Krishna's name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Thus, a devotee of Krishna can conquer both sleep and ignorance simply by thinking of Krishna constantly. This is called Krishna consciousness or Samadhi. As Rishikesha, or the director of the senses and mind of every living entity, Krishna could understand Arjuna's purpose in placing the chariot in the midst of the armies. Thus, he did so and spoke as follows. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devam Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchaita Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam pangam langaiti girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So here, in this first chapter, we see the very beginning of Bhagavad Gita. The first chapter is more or less like an introduction to the rest of the book. So here we are at verse from 24 to 26. So there's in this chapter from verse 21 to 27, the verses, they describe the Lord Krishna's as a Bhaktavatsala. So here in this verses, there are particularly two important themes are there. One is Lord's protection, and second one is Lord as an intimate servant. So what is the Lord's protection here is that the devotee who surrenders to Lord, he gets the protection from the Lord. Not only protection, but he is assured of victory, regardless of whatever happens with his life. And second theme is like what is the intimate servant position. So here we see that Lord Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, we see that Lord Krishna has been introduced as a intimate servant of Arjuna, like, as a charioteer we see here. And though he is a supreme personality of Godhead, he is serving Arjuna here. So, the position of a charioteer, the driver of a car, is not great. It's very menial service. And especially in war, in Kurukshetra war, the charioteer, whoever is driving the chariot, because the person who's fighting, who's a fighter, he will not be having a word to express, asking the charioteer to go left or right. He'll be kicking with his feet to the charioteer. If he's kicking on the right side, so the chariot has to go right or left, like that. So we see here, though Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead, but he's serving Arjuna in this position. And yesterday we have seen that Krishna as described as an infallible one. So what does it mean? That means Krishna never fails in his affection for his devotees. So Lord is always engaged in the service of his friend here, Arjuna, because of his causeless mercy. He did not hesitate to carry out the orders of Arjuna here in this, though his position is supreme personality of Godhead, he's a Rishikesha. So we see that here at this point, we see that Arjuna is hesitant to fight and he doesn't want to fight. So he's fighting against his wish, desire. So he's very anxious to see where he, like, who all has come here to fight with this Pandavas. So he just wants to see what is happening. And here we see that, Duryodhana, like in spite of all peace talks and everything, nothing successful. Everything went wrong. And ultimately they are here in this Kurukshetra face to face. So here we see that both the side, I mean, like Duryodhana refused to make any peace compromise, peace treaty, like how we have between the countries nowadays. Like that, Duryodhana was not interested. And we see that, they tried all the, they tried their all means to not to come to this stage of fighting with the family members or the armies or the people around them, the kings, the relatives, all these things, they all failed. So here in this, particularly in this verse, we see that Arjuna, like Sanjaya has addressed Arjuna as a Gudakesha and Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, as Rishikesha. So, and we see here that Gudakesha means the one who conquers sleep. And Gudaka means sleep and means it also means ignorance. So here Arjuna has conquered his sleep and ignorance. How did he conquer his sleep? There is a pastime that once when they were young kids, they were in Gurukul, Arjuna and Pandavas with the Kauravas. And one time in the night, when they are sleeping in the middle of the night, Arjuna tried to see where is the Bhima. Bhima was not to be found there next to him. So in those days, there was no electricity or light or anything. So they used to have a torch light lamp with that. So Arjuna went looking for Bhima, and Bhima was found in the kitchen because Bhima is Vrukrodhara. His another name is Vrukrodhara, means he's a voracious eater. He's always hungry. He's always trying to eat. So every midnight, this was the pastime that Bhima used to go and eat. And one time Arjuna didn't find him next to him. So he went looking for Bhima and he found him there in the kitchen. So Arjuna went with a torch, a lamp. Then Bhima asked him, please put off that light. I'm eating. Don't disturb me like that. So Arjuna was surprised. He asked, how are you eating in the pitch dark? Because you can't see anything with your eyes. So Bhima explains to Arjuna saying that the hand which has the food knows how to reach the mouth. So, hand doesn't need the eyes or anything. So it automatically comes. And that is how he said that, I eat like that, even though there is no light required. So Arjuna was very surprised. So Arjuna asked him, how you do it? He said, it's with the practice you can do it. So that is how Arjuna came to know that something can be practiced. And from that day onwards, he stopped sleeping in the nights and he used to go practice this archery, practice in the woods, in the forest, in the nights. So that's how he conquered the sleep. He was not sleeping. And second thing is he's always thinking about Krishna, and he has a friend who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is no question of ignorance, because he knows the position of Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, though he became his charioteer. And we see that this the nature of the devotee, that he cannot forget Krishna even for a moment. That is what, we see that devotees, even in his sleep or walk or in any condition, they are constantly Krishna conscious. We see we have examples of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, 6 Goswamis. They were constantly under the always they were full of Krishna conscious. They were in samadhi. So always like they were thinking about Krishna's pastimes, activities, and they were glorifying the Lord. All these activities were going on. So they were not, conscious of their bodily needs. Like we see about Parikshit Maharaj also, that during his 7 days, he didn't sleep for 7 days, 7 nights, and he didn't even eat also. So we see that when one is totally engaged in Krishna consciousness, his bodily needs are not required. So here Lord Krishna is also addressed as Rishikesha. Rishikesha means he is the master or the director of the mind and senses. So here we understand that Lord could understand Arjuna's purpose in asking that, please take me the chariot in between the armies. That's what. So Lord Krishna, because he is master of the senses, he could understand the heart and mind of the Arjuna, because Arjuna here is not happy. He's hesitant to fight. As Lord, as a Paramatma, as a super soul, is situated in all living entities, and he's directing their senses. So how is he directing? In terms of the surrender of the living entity. And in this case, Arjuna is a pure devotee who directly controlling the senses of Arjuna. So here we see that Lord is addressed as Lord has so many names, but he is addressed as a Rishikesha. And in Bhagavad Gita 3.42, Indriyani paranyahur, indriyabhyo param manaha, manashastu para buddhir, yo buddheha parastu saha. See, the working senses are superior to dull matter, and mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is higher than the mind, but soul is even higher than the intelligence. But for the soul, the supreme person, like Prabhupada explains in this purport 3.42 in Bhagavad Gita, that when soul comes in direct connection with the supreme personality of Godhead, then he automatically becomes a Krishna conscious. And all bodily actions of functions of the senses, they are not, even though you stop the bodily actions of the senses functions, but mind is active. So until unless the mind is engaged with the intelligence in the devotional service, we cannot achieve the control over the senses. But here, since Krishna, we see that when mind is engaged in transcendental service, then there is no propensity for the mind to get into the any other propensities, because he's directly in connection with the Krishna consciousness. So when intelligence is listening, directing the mind, and mind is the intelligence being directed by the soul, then there is we see that the person is self-realized. So when mind is agitated, then it is very hard that to engage in Krishna consciousness. So we see that Prabhupada was explaining very beautifully about this verse, that here how Sanjaya, sitting in a room, he could see everything what is happening on the Kurukshetra battle, that and he was narrating everything to Dhritarashtra. So Prabhupada was nicely explaining that this material senses, material is covered with 5 elements, right? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And then we have subtle matter, that is, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So beyond this subtle, in material elements, we see that there is a television or something kind of like that. But when we can see it, and that this TV projection is showing us something happening, subtle thing somewhere, and we are able to see it, then if a person in those days, they were qualified, they had that access for this towards the subtle nature. So there was a subtle television, which we don't know, because we see that science has been advanced, technology, we have come this far, but we don't have that technology yet. We have not reached there yet. So Prabhupada was explaining that beyond this subtle matter, there is a spiritual identity. So that is soul. And when soul in connection with Supreme Personality as a super soul, as a Paramatma, then there will be a self-realization. And that is how one can achieve the samadhi. Samadhi means fixing the mind. When mind is fixed completely, then you realize your position, your relation with Supreme Lord. And you can directly speak with Lord, you can directly communicate with Lord. But we are not yet there. So how we can achieve this? Simply by engaging in a transcendental loving service to the personality of Godhead. That is samadhi. That is the real samadhi. And we see that pure devotees, they have achieved this, and they're constantly serving on a transcendental platform. Any questions? Any questions so far for this verse? Or we can move forward to Hare Krishna.
Mataji, can you please talk about how to control the mind when it's agitated while we chant?
Very nice question, Mataji. So how we can control our mind? It is again, Arjuna speaks to Krishna, it is very easy to control the wind, and but it is very hard to control the mind. So Lord explains that it is just by practice. So we have to just practice. Even though mind goes here and there while sitting and chanting, we still try to bring it again. Like that is how, like sometimes we hear in so many chanting seminars that, one mantra at a time, there are one syllable at a time, you concentrate. It's very hard to control because Arjuna is a pure devotee of the Lord. He also explains, expresses this condition, saying that Krishna, it is very hard to control mind because you can control the wind. And for us, it is not possible, but for a devotee, he could do it. But he asked this question to the Lord for our benefit. And just by practicing, and automatically it becomes a habit. So just practice.
Thank you, Mataji.
Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. So if no questions, then we'll move to another verse. Prabhuji, text 25. I will just read. भीष्मद्रोणा प्रमुखतः सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पाश्यैतान् सामवेतान् कुरुनिति. So translation, word by word, translation and purport. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Bhishma, grandfather Bhishma, Drona, the teacher, Drona, Pramuktaha, in the front of, Sarvesham, all, Cha, also, Mahikshitam, chiefs of the world, Uvacha, said, Partha, O Partha, son of Pritha, Pashya, just behold, Etan, all of them, Samavetan, assemble, Kurun, all the members of Kuru dynasty, Iti, thus. So translation and purport. In the presence of Bhishma, Drona, and all other chieftains of the world, Rishikesha, the Lord said, just behold, Partha, all the Kurus who are assembled here. As the super soul of all living entities, Lord Krishna could understand what was going on in the mind of Arjuna. The use of word Rishikesha in this connection indicates that he knew everything. And the word Pritha, meaning the son of Pritha or Kunti, is also similarly significant in reference to Arjuna. As a friend, he wanted to inform Arjuna that because Arjuna was the son of Pritha, the sister of his own father's Vasudeva, he had agreed to be the charioteer of Arjuna. Now, what did Krishna mean when he told Arjuna, behold the Kurus? Did Arjuna want to stop there and not fight? Krishna never expected such things from the sons of his aunt Pritha. The mind of Arjuna was thus predicted by the Lord in friendly joking. So here again we see that Lord is addressed as Rishikesha because he knows Arjuna's mind, and as a super soul he knows everything what is going with the living entities. And Arjuna is also referred as Partha, indicating that he is a son of Pratha, who's Kunti Maharani. It's another name for Kunti Maharani. And he's explaining that he became charioteer because of his relationship with Arjuna, because Queen Kunti is his aunt. And here we see that Lord Krishna saying to Arjuna, behold the Kurus. This phrase indicating that Arjuna's mind, do you want to stop and not fight? So Krishna, we see that, he did not expect this kind of a behavior, coward behavior from Arjuna. So he was kind of like a joking. So there were hundreds of millions of warriors in the Kuru armies, Lord, when Arjuna asked him to take the chariot, he could have taken in front of any enemy like Duryodhana or Dushasana, and, to bring the anger out of Arjuna, because he was not ready to fight. So if you see an enemy, automatically it agitates your mind and you want to fight. So Lord could have done that, could have brought the chariot in front of Duryodhana, Dushasana to bring his anger out. But here, Lord directly drove the chariot before the Bhishma and Drona. Here we see that Lord is forcing Arjuna to see his grandfather and his dear spiritual master. And where are they? They are in the opposite party. They are ready here to fight with Arjuna. And Lord wanted to show him that truth, that reality. Sometimes we see that our relatives also, when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, or, there is some differences, then, we have to choose between right and wrong. So Lord as a Paramatma inspires us what to do. And sometimes, we are in a position, sometimes it becomes very hard to continue also with our relatives. And sometimes, with those with whom we are not living, we just maintain a very friendly relationship with them, but we don't share anything about Krishna consciousness because they're against our practice of this spirituality. So that is what here also Arjuna is seeing, that reality is that his own grandfather, where, we have seen so many, so many pastimes with grandfather Bhishma, that how Pandavas, when they were young, they were playing with him, and, and especially Bhishma has a very special affection towards Pandavas because they lost father at early age, and Mother Kunti had gone through so much troubles, bringing up all this Pandavas, and, Dhritarashtra was never supportive. He never gave them complete shelter. There was always like a kind of, we see rifts between the family members. So there were never peace or happy moments for Kunti Maharani or Pandavas. That's how Bhishma was very affectionate towards them. So we see here that they were ready to fight with Pandavas. So Lord wanted to show this fact to Arjuna. So that's how he drew this chariot. And we see that why Lord brought this, because, the biggest root cause of this problem is family affection. We have so much affection with our family that, here Lord, as a Rishikesha, he understands Arjuna's mind as a true friend, as a Bhaktavatsala, as an expert doctor. instead of he giving a painkiller, he wants to do the surgery and remove this family affection thing, which is causing an obstruction to Arjuna's devotional service. So we see that this was obstructing Arjuna not to fully surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord wanted him to fight, but he was not ready to fight. So this was causing a great obstacle on the path of spiritual life to Arjuna. And that's why Lord brought him so that he can cure this root cause of the problem, that is the family affection. And Lord doesn't want to give a band-aid or painkiller or ointment, something, but he wanted to remove this attachment to this world. We have attachment with our things in this world. So that's why, and we also see that Lord is addressing, making Arjuna remember his great lineage, that, calling him as a Partha is very significant, because he's son of Kunti, and her name was Pratha before she was given in adoption to King Kunti Bhoja. So that's how she later got her name as a Kunti. And Arjuna and Lord Krishna, they are cousins. So even though Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we see that he accepted his role as a charioteer because of the significant relation that he has with them. So Lord was teasing also, showing Arjuna that, look, both sides, they are Kurus, because you're standing, like suppose you are here, one side army, that 11 Akshohinis are here one side and 7 Akshohinis are here, and the chariot is right here in the center, facing Bhishma and Drona. Lord is addressing both sides are Kurus. So what is that? What is the use of seeing it? Why are you not ready to fight? That Lord is trying to question Arjuna, saying that what is the use of seeing both side army, which are enemies, enemy army, that is. We can understand that there was so much turmoil going on in the mind of Arjuna, and Lord, that's why Lord was giving a emotional support, or encouragement or a declaration, so that what is happening in Arjuna's mind, that we can see. And there is this beautiful purports by Srila Prabhupada helps us understand what is happening there. Just reading this 4 verses, 4 lines of shloka in Sanskrit doesn't really help us understand the mood behind what is happening with the Arjuna, or in that situation. So we are very, very, very thankful to Prabhupada about giving this beautiful ecstatic purports to all these shlokas to Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Any questions before we move to text 26?
Why was she called Prita?
Because
forget.
she's a sister of Vasudev.
But
So, her name was Pritha.
then Kunti, she was called Kunti because she was Kunti Bhoja's daughter. So that was the
When
second
she was given in adoption by Shurasena. She, like her father, because Vasudev is a brother. So she was Kunti Bhoja didn't have any children or girl child, I think so. So she was given in as adopted to him. And she really took care of Kunti Bhoja and her family. From her childhood, she suffered a lot of miseries. And I think right now in morning Bhagavatam classes, we are reading from Kunti Maharani prayers, right? So we'll know more about her, how she gone through whole her life. She was suffering because she was away. At young age, you are given by your own parents, as if disowning her, giving away, and she didn't have anyone to express.
How
or
is
share.
Kunti Bhoja related to Surasena? Are they friends or something?
I don't know, Mataji. I have to look into it. But she was given in adoption to Kunti Bhoja. That's why she is called as a Kunti. Like how we have a Janaki is a Janak Maharaj's daughter, Sita. Another name for Sita is Janaki. Or because she's Janak Maharaj is a king of
Mithila.
Mithila. That's
Yeah.
why she's known as Maithili, like
Maithili,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. So that is how she's known as Kunti.
No, that part I get, that she's called Kunti because she's Kunti Bhoja's daughter, but I forget how she gets from Surasena's daughter to Kunti Bhoja's daughter, and why.
She was given in adoption, Mataji.
Yeah, but why? How are they related? What was the?
I think they were friends, Mataji.
Yeah, I was not sure, but yeah. He didn't had any children, Kunti Bhoja.
Right. But I think she was a young girl, Prita, in Surasena's kingdom when she served Durvasa Muni very nicely, and she got that boon for 5 children.
Yes.
Yeah, so she was still Surasena's daughter when she got that boon.
Yes.
But then suddenly she becomes Kunti Bhoja's daughter. Huh? That's really strange.
Right. Yes, Mataji. Nice question. So we'll move to text 26. Tatra pashyat stitan partha pitran ata pitamahan acharyan mathulan brutran putran pautran sakhims tatha swasuran suhurtas chaiva senayorubhayorapi. So word to word translation. Tatra, there, apashyat, he could see, stitan, standing, partha, Arjuna, pitran, fathers, atha, also, pitamahan, grandfathers, acharyan, teachers, mathulan, maternal uncles, brutran, brothers, putran, sons, pautran, grandsons, sakhin, friends, tatha, to swasuran, fathers-in-law, surdah, well-wishers, cha, also, Eva, certainly, senayo, of the armies, ubhayo, of both parties, api, including. Translation and purport. There Arjuna could see within the midst of armies of both parties his fathers, grandfathers, teachers, maternal uncles, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, and also his father-in-law and well-wishers all present there. On the battlefield, Arjuna could see all kinds of relatives. He could see persons like Bhurishrava, who were his father's contemporaries, grandfather Bhishma and Somadatta, teachers like Dronacharya and Kripacharya, maternal uncles like Salya and Shakuni, brothers like Duryodhana, sons like Lakshmana, friends like Ashwadhama, well-wishers like Kritavarma, etc. He could see also the armies which contained many of his friends. So we see here different grades of relatives mentioned. Like we see grandfather Bhishma and Somadatta, father's contemporaries like Bhurishrava, teachers like Dronacharya, Kripacharya, and maternal uncles like Salva, Shakuni, brothers like Duryodhana, and sons like Lakshmana, and friends like Ashwadhama, well-wishers like Kritavarma. So this army had all these kinds of relatives and friends also. So let's see who are these. So we see Somadatta. Somadatta is like a grandfather. So we see that Somadatta was the king of Bahlika during Mahabharata time, and he was a son of King Bahlika, who was the elder brother of Shantanu. We know that how Mahabharata starts, right? From Shantanu. So he's the brother of Shantanu Maharaj. And Kripacharya, we see Kripacharya as a family priest. And Kritavarma is very important. He's a commander-in-chief for Narayani Seva. He's a Yadava warrior, and he was one of the 3 survivors from the entire Kaurava army. After the war, he lived. He didn't die in this war, and he returned to his kingdom. And later he was killed by Satyaki in Dwarka during that final destruction of Yadavas before Lord was leaving the Earth planet. And we see Shalya. Shalya Shalya is a maternal uncle to Pandavas, and he is a brother of Madri, Nakul and Sahadev. He was uncle for Nakul and Sahadev. So when there is a beautiful pastime, when Shalya heard that, there is a war, Kurukshetra war is going to take place. So he wanted to join the army of Pandavas to help his nephews, Nakula and Sahadev. Madri's brother is Shalya. So one time, we see that King Pandu was very much impressed with, and he became friends with Shalya, and Bhishma Pitamaha came to know that Shalya has a beautiful sister. So that is how he arranged her marriage with Pandu, second marriage with Pandu. So we see that due to his affection, relation with the Pandavas, Shalya wanted to come and help in this war. So when they were coming on their way, Duryodhana tricked Shalya. Shalya was tricked by Duryodhana. And Duryodhana arranged a very nice, huge feast for Shalya and for his army. And Shalya, he's very generous, and he was praising whoever arranged all this. I want to see Yudhishthira. He was thinking, Shalya, that, Yudhishthira has arranged everything. But, when Duryodhana reveals him that it is he who has taken care and then, arranged this nice feast, then because he gave a boon, so he has to accept the side of the Kurus. So that is how Shalya, even though he's a maternal uncle, he tries to help the Kurus side. And we see that, that many times Shalya wanted Nakula and Sahadev to come and take his throne. Like he wanted to give his kingdom to this Nakula and Sahadev, but they were not ready to, leave Pandavas. But at one point, Nakula felt that, it is okay now, we can trust Shalya, and he understood the mode of Shalya, that, he's genuinely loving and caring. He said, okay, we can become the kings of your kingdom, but still we want to live with Pandavas. So that is how, we see that there is so much affection between Pandavas, and there is like a pastime, when Nakula and Sahadev came to know that Shalya gone on the side of Kauravas, then Nakula and Sahadev very, very, very upset, and they told Shalya, saying that, oh, just because we were stepbrothers to Pandavas, that's why you went to the side of Kauravas, and that's why you're not fighting from our side. But Yudhishthir, comes and pacifies Nakula and Sahadev, says that don't ever, talk about about this in a cheaply way, that, saying that you are my stepbrother. So there Shalya understands the true nature of Pandavas, how they were loving and caring towards Nakula and Sahadev, even though they are from they are stepbrothers. So then at the time of the war, beginning of the war, Yudhishthira, Pandavas, they go take blessings from all the Kauravas, and Shalya knows the heart, and he understands the relation of Pandavas. So he, openly blesses them for their victory. So we see that how, even though sometimes we see life of Bhishma Dev also, that, even though his heart was with Pandavas, but because of his duty, he was siding with the Kauravas. So we see that how in next coming verses, in 15, 20, 30 verses, I think we will understand how Arjuna's bewildering mind, how he doesn't want to fight. He's giving so many, arguments for not fighting. There are like 5 arguments which Arjuna will be revealing to Krishna, that, he doesn't want to fight. So we will see in coming days. Thank you very much. I will stop here, and if anyone has any questions, reflections, or comments, please feel free. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Just a comment, Shuddha Bhakti.
Yes, Mataji.
I realized that all of these, you said that Somadatta was Balika's son, right? Balika's?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, and Vailika was Shantanu's brother, you said, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so many of these warriors in the Mahabharata war were quite old, you know.
Yes,
They were
yeah.
like Bhishma's age, you know.
Even we see
Or
Arjuna has grandsons, right? So Arjuna was also old.
right, but Bhishma is grandfather, right,
Yes, yes.
of Arjuna. So
Yeah.
many of these warriors were, you know, Bhishma's age or even older, perhaps, you know.
Yes, I think it was 400 change or 500 something. I am
Right. So that's
something.
why Kuru Vradha, they say, you know, Kuru Vradha Pitamaha, you know.
Yeah, Vruddha Pritama.
So in those days, like the old warriors did not stay home because they were old. They all fought in the war, except for Dhritarashtra because he was blind, you know. But people older than Dhritarashtra were all fighting, you know.
Yes, yeah. That was a disqualification for Dhritarashtra not to fight because he was blind and not to be, that's why he
Rule,
didn't
yeah,
become
not
king
to rule.
also.
King also, yeah.
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 And
But
Vidura was taking care of all the, administrative work of the Hastinapur.
right, but many of these warriors were not young men. They were fierce lions, but they were old.
Yes.
No, another thing I want to point out is where the love between the brothers, how they're, even though they're half brothers, their mothers are different, their fathers is the same. They don't consider them different from each other. When the Yaksha Prashna happens, when the Yaksha comes and questions Yudhishthira, when he says, when all of them fall dead by drinking the water, and he says, one of your brothers can come alive, he asks that Nakula arises, not, and he says, I would have thought you would have asked Arjuna or Bhima, one of your, because they're more powerful and in terms of prestige, and they're older also. But he says, I am a son of Kunti, I'm alive. So I want a son of Madri also to be alive. So he asked Nakula to wake up from the dead, when they're unconscious, to become conscious. He wants Nakula to rise, so he sees them as equal. He doesn't see that one is half and the other one is full.
Yes, Mataji.
So I want to
Nice.
point that out.
Nice point, Mataji. Thank you.
But then he gets everyone to be alive, right? Because of that magnanimity, right?
Yeah, that was just a test for him, but he passes the test. That's the main thing, that he doesn't discriminate, that he's Dharmaraj, he's always correct in everything that he does.
So anyone would like to share anything?
Mataji, very nice class. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you,
And
Prabhuji.
even Kunti, she was given the five boons, and
Right.
then because she has already had her 3 children, she has Karna even before, so she gives the last mantra to Madri, and she approaches the Ashwini Kumaras, and that's why she gets twin boys, Nakula and Sadev. They're from the same demigod, the Ashwini Kumaras, because they're Kumaras, they're dual. So that's why Kunti shares the mantra with Madri, her co-wife, and that's how much love there was between everybody. There was no tension or like most people in the Kali Yuga, people fight with their co-sisters, even if they're not married to the same man, even if they're brothers living together, there is tension between women or men, but in those Vedic times, everybody was so generous and everybody was so nice to everybody else.
They were belonging to different Yuga, Mataji. As we are progressing in Kali Yuga, the qualities were diminishing, right? The good qualities. So, thank you very much. If we don't have anything, we can end up here.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
You
you.
should give more
Hare Krishna,
class.
Mataji.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa
quiz.
sindhu.
Hare Krishna, there is a,
Quiz, Mataji.
Yes. Okay. Where do I see those questions?
I'll put it.
Okay.
Prabhu, is the third question at
Yeah, there is a spelling mistake, I think so.
Yeah.
Arjuna cooks paratha.
I know.
So funny, Prabhu. Arjuna, like Prabhuji is not getting any option to put.
Now you're
Prabhuji is
making my
making
mouth
paratha
water for
then.
parathas. Forget about Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhuji's cooking skills is coming.
He might be missing Sunday feast, right? Sunday feast cooking.
You can send Prabhuji, you can make and send to us. No problem.
I know, I'm coming to Asraj Prabhu's house for parathas. I'm sure Padmalochini makes good parathas. You're closer to me, Padmalochini.
Come, Mataji, anytime. Sure. Sure, you can come.
All right, we have
Oh, Tulsi is inviting
there are,
me. Yeah, then I'm coming.
okay, we have last 30 seconds. We have 4 more devotees left if you're answering.
No, we are eating paratha, Prabhu.
Tulsi, you will make paratha for me? I'm coming.
Now?
No?
Not now. Maybe
Tomorrow.
Weekend I'll come.
Oh, yes, I can make paratha, but nakli paratha.
Nakli paratha?
Beer
All right,
paratha.
we are done the quiz now. Let's see the poll. Okay, I think everyone is okay. There's a one wrong answer. One who's always sleeps. That is not Gura Kesa. Gura Kesa means one who conquers the sleeps. And Kesava also not used today. It is used Hrishikesha. Okay, sorry for the spelling mistake. And what else?
Negative marking for you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And number 4, it's not attachment, it's ignorance. In the purport it says.
Yeah.
And the last one, yeah, be hold up. That's correct. And
This one is an easy one. Easy quiz.
Arjuna is son of Partha, so no one answered Paratha. That's good. Yes. Thank you everyone for participating in the quiz.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you
Thank
made
you
us
so
laugh,
much.
Rasraj Prabhu.
Today you have made easy quiz, Prabhu. So
You have made
you are
paratha
able to
today. You have
pass the
made,
test.
you made a pasta
So
today.
whatever
You made
the content is there in the verse, that will only come. It is not come from outside. Thank you again. All right, we can close now. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Vanchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhya
Vaya
cha
vacha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo namo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo.
namo
Hare
namaha.
Krishna.
Hare
Ananta
Krishna,
Vaishnava
Tulsi.
ki jai. Shri Bhakti
Hare
Mataji ki
Krishna.
jai. Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Teacher.
Thank you, Mataji.